And just take a moment to lie here as if in Shavasana. I'm starting the class the way we may end it. And just nestle into your mat. And let your legs reach out and lengthen out. Let your arms be long. Palms face up. Drop your shoulders down into the floor. Your pelvis down into the floor, and your head as well, down into the floor. Those 3 halos of heavy weight, just touching the earth. If you have legs that have been working hard, see if you can just allow them to release a bit as we start arriving here. Taking stock of what you've brought to your mat. Noticing any sensations in your body. Perhaps any stressful thoughts that arrive in your mind. And notice your breath. Notice just before changing it at all, how you're breathing, how you arrive. Just by mentioning the breath, it's going to change a bit, but notice as you're breathing shallow or deep, are there any places or parts that you'd enjoy filling more or emptying more? And go ahead and do that. The breath can fill the belly and the chest. Give your head a little nod, yes. And a little turn side to side, no. And notice what you may be saying yes to in your practice. Go ahead, nod yes again. Really on that chin tuck, really chucking the chin and lengthening out the neck. And then no, notice what you're saying no to, turning your head side to side in the no. Let's take our fingertips and thumbs to our jaw and just drag your fingers and thumb down the jaw, loosening up the jaw, releasing any tension you might be holding in your face. And just turn that into a little massage, perhaps for your temples, your forehead, space around your cheekbones, your bridge of your nose, and allowing some extra exhales to come out the mouth. Just a couple sighs. You can make sound, no one can hear you, so feel free to make a little exhale with sound. Give a little shampoo to your hair, a little squeeze, a little pull. And then hug your knees in and give your chin a little tuck and hug around the legs, knees bent, and just rock it out side to side. And let your breath become a little fuller and deeper, even as you're hugged in here. We're going to start with a little bit of core work. So reach the legs up to the sky and reach your arms back behind you, palms face up. Legs are together. We're going to find our inhale. And on exhale, lower the legs to your degree. They could come close to the floor, not very. And then on inhale, reach the legs back up. Legs are together, arms are reaching behind. Exhale, legs drop. It's like a little mermaid swim. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, legs drop. Inhale, rise up. We'll take a few more, dropping them down. Legs are energized, but not overly so. Arms also, toned, reaching. A few more rounds. On exhale, squeeze the belly in strong. We'll take 2 more like this. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one, inhale. And exhale, rise on up. And then we'll take the legs still together, side to side, like a tick-tock clock, side to side. And reach the arms out to the side as well. And you may not go very, very far with this at first. So just take it just beyond center and maybe you widen it to a little bit bigger. Finding your way with it. Go ahead and find the biggest side to side you can. Working with your breath all the while. Maybe your legs drop all the way down to one side and then come all the way back up and down to the other side. We'll take this a few more rounds. Find your pacing with this, your placement. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. And reach on up to center. And then bend your knees by either side of your torso, taking happy baby. Taking soles of feet or creases of knees. And just open up those inner thighs a little bit. You might wag your tail or rock it out side to side. Let your head roll with you if you're rolling side to side. And let's straighten one leg out to the side and then the other. And then let's meet in your version of a wide-legged split. It might not be very wide, but wherever it is, let it be. And guide your inner thighs open with your hands. You just take 2 breaths here. Alive through the legs and toes. Tucking your chin gently. Last big breath in. And open the mouth, stick out the tongue. Ha. Hug knees into chest. Let's rock it up and down through the length of your spine. If this doesn't feel good, just meet us in tabletop. And we'll go ahead and find our way to tabletop position. And we'll come into first some just regular cats and cows. So on inhale, lift chin, chest, eyes, and tail. Draw the shoulders from the ears, away from the ears. And on exhale, round it out, tuck the chin, squeeze the belly in, tuck your tail. Let's take a few rounds like this, just moving the spine. Inhale, opening front body. Exhale, rounding. Inhaling at your own pace. Maybe you're going faster or slower than I'm saying. Really listen to your own body and its needs. And see if you can just connect with your spine and the wholeness of your spine. Where is it moving? Where isn't it moving? Get curious. And then we'll reach the right leg back on the inhale. Reach the right leg back. And on exhale, round in. Knee towards nose. Tuck your chin. And we'll take that a few times. Inhale, lift right leg. Hands are still on floor. Exhale, squeeze and round in. Inhale, right, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze round. Just a couple more. Inhale, open. Exhale, roll in. Last one, reach it. And round it. And let's just find a quick plank pose, lengthening both legs back, lifting your knees off the mat, drawing the belly in, ease through the crown of head, strength through those legs and arms and core. 3 breaths here, squeezing the belly in on exhale. Big, fuller breaths. Again, you can always exhale out the mouth if you're still feeling a little stress in the mind. One last. And knees come down. Left leg reaches long, inhale. Exhale, round in, tuck chin, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, round, close it off. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Reach it out. Round it in. 2 more, reach. Lift eyes maybe, round, tuck chin, open back of neck. Last one, reach it. Squeeze it, round it. Lengthen back out and find that plank pose again. Feeling your strength, feeling your length. Feeling your blood starting to flow a little more fully. Take 1 more breath here, inhale. Exhale, press it on back, downward facing dog. And again, nod your head yes. And shake out your head no. And again, notice what you might be saying yes or no to in your practice. And let's just walk this out, bend one knee and then the other, finding your down dog. Just easing into it through the hips and the legs and the arms and shoulders. Let your head hang heavy. Walking the feet together. Engaging your kneecaps, lifting your thighs, pulling your hips high toward the sky, pressing your palms forward. Long, strong legs and arms. Reach your right leg on up to the sky and circle out your right ankle both directions. And then stack your right hip over left, bend the knee and roll your hip open, pressing your right foot towards your left shoulder, stretching through the front of your right thigh and belly. Take a couple full breaths here. And when you're ready, take it into a circle for that right knee, just circling out through the hip joint. Could be tiny, could be big. Be sure you circle in both directions. And then we'll go ahead and reach that right leg super high to the sky, straighten it out, inhale. And exhale, step your right foot way forward. Bring it to the outside of your right hand. You might walk your hands over to the left a little bit. And then just sink your hips down and lift your chest. And if you have blocks, find your blocks. Walk your right foot in now just a little bit further. And if you don't have blocks, it's okay. But it may help you lift a little higher through the chest. So take a breath in, lift your heart, lengthen through that left leg. And then on exhale, pull your hips back and bow your head heavy. And just shake out your head. And take a couple breaths here. And we're gonna take it again, bending your right knee, coming up on the ball of your left foot, sinking your hips. Maybe you use blocks to support you, maybe not. Heart lifts, spread through the back leg. And exhale in your own timing. Maybe you stay a couple more breaths in the other position. Straighten both legs, pull your hips back, bow your head deep. Shake out your head, lengthen out your spine. One more round, bending into the right knee, coming on the ball of the left foot. This time, rise up a little higher, interlace your hands, lift your chest, and lift your heart to the sky. Hands are behind you, lifting away from your body. Maybe the eyes look up a little bit, shoulders drop, heart expands. Take a breath. Exhale, plant the palms, pull back once again through the hips. If you like this time, lift the 5 toes of the right foot, bow your head. Surrender. Find the exact center of your right heel and the exact center of your left heel. One more breath. Bend your right knee. Come back on the ball of the left foot. Left hand stays down to floor or block. Right hand comes to sacrum at the base of the spine, and let's turn toward the inner right thigh. And turn your belly and turn your ribs and turn your heart. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears, and if it feels good, launch your right arm skyward. Knees draw in toward one another. Spin open, and then bring that right arm into a big, wide windmill circle, all the way around your body. Follow it with your eyes. Drawing the knees in, extending through the back leg, lifting your heart. Turn that windmill in the other direction. Opening up the shoulder and the breath. One more round. And then hands plant in front of that front leg, and let's fly into a standing split. Left leg flows to the sky, head drops heavy. Bow. Lift your left leg higher. Bow your head a little deeper. You may want to challenge your balance and bring your hands to your front ankle. You may want, if you've got the blocks, to be using the blocks. You may want to take a little handstand hop. So you have fun, you explore. See if you can bow your head and lift the back leg a little higher wherever you are. One more breath. And then let's step it back strong, high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale all the way to the mat. Interlace your hands behind your back and lift your heart. Switch the clasp from the one you just did. Lengthen through the legs and lift them, and lift through the heart a little higher. Reach back through the arms and lift your arms a little higher. Breathe deep. And if you like, you can roll from one side to the other. And then let's come on back through center. Bring the feet back to the floor and hands come by ribs. Rise your way up to your version and knee back bend. Thighs could be on or off the floor. You could also be on your forearms. Lift the heart, lengthen through the legs, breath in. Exhale, plank pose. And downward facing dog, breath out. Take one more breath in, a nice sigh out. And then go ahead, launch your left leg high to the sky and circle out your left ankle, circling in both directions. Shoulders pull away from ears, hips pull back and up. Stack left hip over right, bend the knee, roll your hip open. Pressing your left foot towards your right shoulder, drop your left armpit, pull back through your outer right hip. And in your own timing, come on into a nice circle with that left knee, tracing a circle. Trace it in your own way. Circling in both directions. Go ahead, float your left leg super high to the sky, straighten it out, inhale. And exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand and sink your hips deep. Again, if you want to use your blocks, you can. Go ahead and to your version, lift your chest. And then walk your left foot in a little further. Keep the hips low and lift that heart high. Breath in. Exhale, straighten both legs. Pull your hips back, breath out. And we'll pause here for a couple breaths. Let your shoulders relax, but be engaged and integrated in the pose. Let your head bow down. Go ahead, inhale, bend the left knee again and come on the ball of that left foot. Maybe the chest lifts a little higher. If you've got blocks, it's a little easier to find that. Exhale, straighten both legs, pull hips back, bow. Shake out the worries, shake out the cares. Come into sensation in the moment. And now this time, come on the ball of your right foot and we'll rise up a little higher. Again, interlacing your hands, dropping your shoulders, lifting your chest. Pull back through the back leg and lift your heart. Sink through your hips. Maybe the eyes lift up. Reach your arms away from your body. Inhale, enjoy. Exhale, straighten both legs, pull back. Bow it out. If you like, lift the 5 toes of your left foot. Just for a little added stretch for the Achilles and the calf and the sole of the foot. Squeezing breath, belly in on each exhale. What can you let go of in this moment? And we'll meet with the left knee bent. Come on the ball of your right foot. Right hand stays down on block or floor. Left hand comes to your sacrum and just start turning and spinning toward the left. And when you feel ready, lift your left arm skyward. Take a moment to squeeze the knees in toward midline. Lift your heart even higher, right up through those fingertips. And then take that big windmill circle with your left arm. And just let it go. Follow it around. Circling in both directions. Last breath, feel the fullness of the moment. And let's release, hands plant, let's fly, standing split. Head drops heavy, right leg flows high. And find your fun with this. Find your adventure. Maybe it's putting the leg down to the floor. You know, you just work with the place where you feel connection and joy. Whatever that is for you. Maybe it's taking a flying leap. Take last breath. Feel the fullness of the moment. See if you can rise out of your hips a little bit. And then we'll step back strong to high plank. And this time come just to chaturanga, just hovering above the floor, a little push up. Inhale your version of back bend. Exhale, let's pull it back this time straight to downward dog. Take a breath in, take a nice sigh out. Bend your knees, look forward, spring step or float to the front. Reach out, lift and lengthen, flat back, nice and long there. And exhale, fold into your ragdoll pose. Walk your feet as wide as you like. Bend your knees as much as you like. And find a place for your hands that feels good. It could be on the floor, could be on your legs, could be opposite hand to opposite elbow. And just take yourself for a nice moving or still exploration. Either way, letting your spine get some space in this upside down manner, turning your world upside down, finding the places that are speaking to you and breathing into them, perhaps moving gently with them. One more time, take your hands to your jaw and give a nice smoothing massage release there, jaw and temples and head and hair. Give a tug to your hair perhaps. Massage the back of the neck or the shoulders. This is a moment to just deeply care for yourself. May as well milk it for all it's worth. Enjoy. Breath in and sigh out. Release hands to floor. Toe heel feet together. Bend your knees. Roll gently, gently, gently up to standing. Reach your arms out wide and just pause with your arms wide. Reaching palms up, pinkies up, thumbs down. Heels connected to the earth. Balls of feet connected to the earth. Give your toes a little wiggle. And let your fingertips drop down toward the floor, opening the inner wrists. Dropping the shoulder blades, lifting the heart. Take a moment to notice what's blooming in your heart right now, these days. And maybe it's just a little bud that starts to open. Doesn't yet have to be in full bloom. And then turn the fingertips down and open the backs of the wrists. And give a little wiggle to those fingers. And then take it into a dance through the chest, through the arms, through the wrists, through the fingertips. And notice where you're dancing these days. Where you're finding your groove. Where you'd like to find your groove. Ooh, and let it just move through your body a little bit. And then we'll reach the arms high to the sky and take a side bend to either side, opening up the side body. Take it a couple times, again, just dancing with yourself with these expressions. And then palms face one another and lift up as you ground down. Walk your fingertips along the sky. Make a little offering through your heart space. Inhale it. Exhale, fold forward and down. Swan dive, let it go. Inhale, lift and lengthen, flat back. Reach long, be strong. Exhale, step back or jump back, high plank. Chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg flows to the sky, bend the knee, roll your hip open. Exhale, round in, knee to nose. Inhale, reach high. Right knee to right, elbow, tricep, shoulder. Inhale, reach leg high. Take a twist, right to left, spin it out. Inhale, flow it high, big breath in. Exhale, we step forward, warrior one. Right foot steps, left foot spins. Find your legs, rise it up. Spread through the back leg and reach your arms high. Big warrior pose, inhale. Exhale, hands to namaste. Let's open warrior two. Turn your palms open and reverse that warrior. Inhale. Big, tremendous stretch for right side body. And let's come into our side angle lunge. Right elbow to thigh. Left arm extends over ear. If you like, you can also parallel your right arm just to challenge your core a little bit. And right hand could come deeper or stay right there on the thigh. Wrap your left arm around the back. Spin your heart open. Open that right knee toward pinky toe. Spread through the back leg and turn and spin. Circle out that left shoulder. Return to warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior, straightening out the right leg. And we'll flow through vinyasa. Meet me in downward dog, any way you want to get there. You could flow through the whole vinyasa, Or you could just step straight back, downward facing dog. Breath in, sigh out. Left leg close to the sky, bend the knee, roll open. And exhale, round in knee to nose, squeeze that belly. Inhale, reach high. Left knee to left, elbow, tricep, shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, spin it out left to right, twist across. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, we step forward, warrior one. Left foot steps, right foot spins flat. Find your legs. You're steering your hips gently toward the left to square the hips. Outer right hip rolls forward, outer left hip flows back. Arms rise in celebration and victory. Take a breath here. Feel the pose working you. Inhale. Exhale, hands to namaste. And let's open to warrior two. Inhale, reverse that warrior. Big stretch for the left side. Woo. Exhale, side angle, elbow to thigh. Right arm extends over ear. If you like, you can reach your left arm forward or keep it right where it is. Or you can come deeper. And as you're ready, wrap your right arm around your back. Maybe it touches the front of the front thigh. Circle out your right shoulder. Find strength in your legs and turning, opening through the spine, the heart, the breath. Inhale. And let's return to warrior two. Reverse the warrior, straighten out the left leg, open. Meet me back in downward dog your way, any way you want. Honoring your practice, honoring your yeses and nos. Take a breath in. Take a good sigh out. 2 more breaths. Spreading your palms, spreading your feet, pulling up and back through your hips. Opening the legs to your degree. 1 more big breath in. Exhale everything out. Bend your knees, look forward. Spring step or float to the front. Reach on out. Fold down, bow. Utkatasana, toe heel your feet together. Big toes touch, inner thighs squeeze, arms float to the sky. Heels are heavy, hips draw back, heart is light. Shoulders feel opening and free. If you need to come wider through the arms, please do that. Feel this pose for yourself. Wherever it is, make some expression out of it. Maybe it's exasperation, maybe it's celebration. Maybe it's quiet. Take a breath. Exhale, hands to namaste. We're gonna spin left elbow past right thigh. And go ahead and swivel the knees to the left. Pull back through the outer left hip and turn your heart toward the right, toward the sky. If you like, open your arms in wingspan or keep the hands where they are. For 3, 2, 1 more breath, feel the fullness. Let's unfurl, come back to Utkatasana. Stand up straight, breath in. Exhale, hands to namaste at the heart. And we're gonna change to tree pose. So shift your weight off to your right foot and let the heel of the left foot press somewhere along the inner seam of the right leg. And press your leg back into your heel and your heel back into your leg. And find your tree. Grow roots down and maybe branches up. Find ease, find connection with the other trees. And let your tree now sway in the breeze until you fall. So find it. Woo! And who knows when you're gonna fall. Just go till you do. And when you find yourself out of it, just give yourself a little dance, a little moment to recalibrate. Shake out your legs. Let them shimmy, shake out your butt. Give it a little tap. Tap to the low back and around the waistline to the belly. into the heart. Woo. Shake out the arms and recenter yourself. Find your feet, find stillness, find Tadasana mountain pose. Feel your mountain. Feel the weather that's moving through the mountain. The mountain remains unchanging. Yet over time it changes. Find Utkatasana, Thunderbolt. Heels heavy, hips drop, knees bend, legs bend, arms fly on up again. Find the place that feels just right for you. What is the expression here? Inhale. Exhale, hands to Namaste at the heart. Let's spin to the other side. Right elbow past left thigh. Swivel the knees gently to the right. Pull back through your outer right hip. And at the same time, spin your belly past your thighs to the left. Turn through the ribs, turn through the heart. Sink your hips, lift your heart. Maybe the arms open, maybe not. Find your way. Breathe into it. Let it have an effect on you. Last breath. Let's unwind, rise on up, inhale. Exhale, hands to Namaste at the heart, breath in, breath out. Shifting the weight off to the left foot for Vrikshasana, tree pose on second side. Find your balance on your left foot and find the right foot somewhere along the inseam of the left leg. Rise out of your hips. Find your inseam, find the midline of your body as the leg presses into foot and foot presses into leg. Maybe your branches blossom. You see, you take it your way. Take a breath. Maybe there's a different expression for you. And then go ahead, let your tree sway in the breeze. And notice how sides might be different. Sway until you fall. And when you fall, take a little dance, circle out the ankles, and shins and knees and legs and whole body integration. And then walk it back to stillness, Tadasana mountain pose. Shoulders drop, heart open all the way around, 360 dimensionality for the heart opening. Legs stand firm and root. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, let's fold forward and down. Inhale, lift and lengthen, flat back, strong belly. Exhale, step or jump it high to low, or you head straight back to down dog, your way. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the right leg high to the sky. We'll just step forward into warrior two. Let's reverse the warrior and straighten that right leg. Hinge your hips back towards your left heel and open the right side long. From that length in legs and upper body, reach your right arm long in a wide arc, and right hand comes down to shin or block or floor. Here you are in triangle pose, Trikonasana. One long line through the center of your body. And from there, starfish out through your limbs, through your legs, through your arms, through your head, and back through your hip. Enjoy the fullness of the pose. And let's rise it on up and turn the toes in and the heels out. And draw your hands to your low back and lift your chest. Draw your belly in and drop your tail. Legs firm and strong. Exhale, fold. Swan dive through the hips. Head bows. Maybe it touches the floor, maybe it dangles. Or maybe you have a block or something under your head. And just breathe into those legs. Give the legs a rinse. Give your heart a rest, and your mind, your head a rest. Tuck your chin. Breathe into your spine. Maybe you wiggle a little bit. Maybe stillness is more your speed and more your balance. We'll rise to a flat back. Take a moment to just press the hips back and draw the belly in and Lengthen through the heart space and crown of head. Hands come to hips. Rise, rise, rise. And let's just turn the left toes out and the right toes in. And find warrior two. And then reverse your warrior and straighten your left leg. Hinging to triangle side B. So hips draw toward the right. Left side reaches long, 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 long. And you come into Trikonasana triangle pose, your version. Unfolding through the center channel of your body. Opening your wingspan. Lengthening through the crown of the head and the tailbone and everything in between. Enjoy whatever it is for you. Maybe it looks a little different. Maybe it feels different from the way I'm describing. All good, all for you. Last breath. Let's rise. And let's once again turn the toes in and the heels out. And draw your hands again to your low back and open your heart and drop your tail. Lengthen through your legs. Hinge at your hips, bow fold. Hands come down this time. And they're shoulder width apart. And then draw your right hand right under your nose, right down in front of your eyes. And we're gonna spin. So take the left hand to the sacrum and check in with your pelvis. Let it be balanced as if you could serve a tea tray on your hips. Turn your heart toward the left. Right hip wants to drop, so pull it back and up. Spin, spin, spin. Maybe that left arm opens in wingspan. Feel the fullness of the moment. And we'll switch it up. Left hand comes down to replace the right. Right hand reaches back to sacrum, elbows high. And just take a moment to feel the hips, check that they're balanced. And from there, turn. Pulling the left hip back and up. And reaching the right arm to the sky. Opening, opening, opening. Your version. Whatever it looks like, doesn't matter. Let it feel really great. Let it work your body in the way that you love to be worked and opened or closed or stronger, more connected, whatever it is, find it. One last breath. Both hands down. We'll walk the hands over to the right, toward the right ankle, and just bow into it. Let your head drop this time. And if it feels interesting for you, walk your left hand over toward the right. Really let your head bow. Extra pull for the side body there. And when you're ready, just make your way on over to the other side. Hands over to the right. If it feels interesting and good, right hand walks over to the left, behind the left arm. Shoulders get an opening in the back here, and you get a little more stretch. Let your breath fill the places and spaces. Last breath. And let's walk the hands around back to the front of the mat. Find your way back to plank pose. Breath in, breath out. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. And rise your hips high, downward facing dog. Right leg close to the sky. Bend the knee, roll that hip open, enjoy. Take a nice circle again with the right knee and just see if things feel a bit different. And then reach that right leg high. And we're gonna step right into pigeon. Right foot steps to left wrist. Sink your hips down deep. And if you need a little padding for under the right hip, please do that. You can put padding anywhere, any way, anytime, all for it. But take a moment, walk your hands back towards your hips. Find the center of your left kneecap and all 5 toes. Feel those legs. Feel yourself standing on your hips, like little feet. Take a moment to open the heart. Breathe into the proud pigeon pose. What are you proud of these days? What is working? What are you doing that you can give yourself a little pat on the back for? And when you're ready, just fold and bow into it from that place of pride. Just let it all go. And let it be just pushed back into the earth, released back into the earth. Let your head relax and release. And just slow down. Slow down your breath. Slow down your thoughts. Notice your sensations and really revel in them. Really dive deeper with them. Really get intimate with them. We'll just take a couple more breaths here. What could you release a little more? Physically, let your jaw go. Let your shoulders release. And we'll rise. And we'll keep the right knee bent and extend the left leg forward out in front of you, just off center, a little off to the left. And just take a moment, take your hands to your booty and just walk anything that's there out of the way. So you can really feel your sitting bones rounded. And then turn to face that left leg, extended long left leg. And you're gonna stay really long through your spine, but you're gonna tuck your chin a little bit as you walk your way forward. So the crown of the head leads the way, not your eyes or your face or your throat, crown of head. Get long through the front of your spine. Tuck your chin, bow your head. And if you like, bring your hands over to the left. So there's even more stretch and spin and opening for the right flank and waistline and outer hip and thigh. And just find your comfort and joy with this. And your length and your breath. How could you go a little further and deeper into the experience without pushing too far? Last breath. Let's rise. And we're going to bend the left knee and make that left shin parallel to the front of your mat. And then stack like a log. This pose is sometimes called log pose. So the shins are stacked. The knees are, ideally in line with your hips, but probably they'd be wider. That's fine. If your right knee is way up, tuck a block or something underneath it. And then we're going to thread the fingers through the toe spaces. We're going to close the eyes. And just experience the moment. How could you soften? And what needs a little more toning, if anything? Start with the softening. These days there's more to soften than tone. And if you want, you could fold forward a little or a lot. Take a moment to touch contentment, even if this pose is like impossible for you. Touch that contentment. Breathe into it. Let's rise. And just lean back and release those legs and shake them out. And let's do a little tapping for the legs. You can use fists, you can use arms, you can use fingers, you can just slide. You choose, but give those legs a kind of a refreshing boost. Someone mentioned their legs were tired, so just move some energy through them. Move some lymph through the blood. And pat your belly. And pat down the arms into the shoulders. And whoosh, give your hair a little whoosh. And we have a whole other side to do. So find your way back to downward facing dog. And walk it out, maybe run it out, hop or skip it out. Let your spine be loose, move some energy. When you're ready, left leg flows to the sky, bend the knee, roll open, and we'll take that circle. Should be lots more space. And in your own timing, left foot steps to right wrist and find your way. Sides could be very different. So just honor what's here. Give yourself the support you need. Walk your hands back and open your heart. Notice what brings you joy. Notice what makes your heart open and really shine. Breathe into that joy. There is joy. There's the possibility for it all the time. And with that joyful expression, find your way in your own timing. Maybe you want to stay upright for a while, but find your way when you're ready to bowing into it, releasing it, surrendering to it. Surrender to joy. What a great idea. Let there be a little couple of giggles that come out of your mouth. Surrendering to joy. At the very least, a smile comes. And release even more through the jaw, through the shoulders, through the hips, through your spine. Last couple breaths. What can you let go of a little more? And we'll rise. And we'll keep the left knee bent and swing the right leg forward, out in front of us, maybe just a little bit off to the right. And we'll go ahead and, in our own timing, lengthen over the right leg. And bow. And again, tuck your chin so the crown of the head is reaching forward and the sitting bones are drawing back, and there's lots of space here. Create some space. Last couple breaths. What would make this an even better experience? Let's rise. Let's keep the left knee bent and stack the shins in any way you can. Find your sitting bones. Thread your fingers through your toes. Maybe it feels different this time around. Flex your feet. Close your eyes. And just breathe into the experience. Maybe you fold forward a little bit. Maybe you stay upright. Last few breaths. What can you soften even more? Big breath in and a nice release out. Let your legs go. Give them a little shake, and this time, just roll onto your back. And lift the legs to the sky and just give your butt a kick with your heels. And lift the legs to the sky again and shake out those legs. And do what you need to do to just kind of free up the legs. We'll take a quick twist, one side and then the other. Knees to the right. Wringing out anything that remains. Letting your eyes gaze left as your knees are turned right. Looking into that open palm on the left hand. And what would you like to bring into this day? Palm is open, palm is ready, palm is empty. What would you like to fill it with? And we'll spin to the other side, knees to the left, right arm opens. And gaze into the right palm. And what would you like to let go of? What will give you more space? Imagine this palm is full and you want to empty it. And then come on back through center and give yourself a hug. Tuck your chin and just love yourself up here. We're gonna come into Shavasana right away, so just take the moment to send yourself some love and appreciation. And then when you're ready, stretch yourself out for Shavasana. If there's any last minute movement or pose that your body needs, please do take it. But arrive here on your back and surrender into the earth. Feeling the benefits of your practice just flowing through you. Integrating mind, body, heart, spirit, earth. And rest. Rest deeply and completely. And let your breath flow a little more deeply and fully through you, taking a big breath in. And a long breath out. Inhaling full, deep, and slow. Exhale, let it go. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And let your head roll easy side to side. Let out a little sound, a little soft. Whew. And when you're ready, roll onto your side. And just curl up once again in a nice, beautiful ball of you. Give yourself a hug. And send yourself more love. And give yourself a little cheerleading if there's a place you're bravely working. Maybe a little bit of a hard love talk if you need that tough love moment. If there's anything more to let go of right now, drop your forehead down to the floor. And just say out the words that you need to release, or the images, or just the breath. Or maybe you don't even know what it is, just let it go. With an exhale and a word or a breath. And rise your way up to seated with your hands and your legs. And let your head remain relaxed. Find your seat. And find your rooting into the earth with your pelvis and your legs and your feet. And find the rising flame out of the earth through the center of your body, through your whole being. Let yourself really open from that rooting. Expand and grow. Let's reach the arms out wide and high. And just bring your hands together right through the center of your body, right to the heart of the matter. And gaze down into the heart. And just bow your head down to your hands and your heart and connect hands, head, and heart. And then let your fingertips rise to your third eye between your brows and let that lift your head up. And touch there lightly, just between your brows. And connect in with your divinity, your higher self.
your seat of intuition, as well as the divinity in all of those around us, and even here over the interwebs. I bow to you all. Namaste. Thank you so much for showing up today.